Dear students, welcome to the Smart Bell class of AKMS Kotur. Myself Shalini, here to teach you basic science. Today, we are discussing about the second chapter of 5th standard basic science. Chapter is Life Giving Water. Have you heard about water? Yes. What is the specification of water? What is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, colorless chemical substances? Okay, then what do you mean by odor? You know that? You heard about odor? Odor means smell. Got it? What is vital for life on earth? All animals and plants need to water to survive. What is also vital for out on leaves? We collect and store water from drinking, washing, for our pets and animals, and for irrigating our crops. Each person needs to take at least 2 liters of water daily to stay alive and healthy. Water can exist in 3 different states. Water is the liquid form, ice is the solid form, and water vapor is the gaseous form. All of these states occur naturally. Water is essential for the existence of life. Physically and chemically, water has many peculiarities. Water is a solvent. It dissolves a large number of substances. Hence, water is called universal solvent. What do we use water for? Record them in your science diary. Okay, check out the list. For our drinking, for agricultural purpose, for cooking food, for washing vessels, washing clothes, industrial purpose, and generating electricity. Then, properties of water. Pure water is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Then, what are the other properties of water? You know that? We can discuss the properties of water and record them in your science diary. Water dissolve substances. What has no shapes. If we take the shape of the container, water will get that shape. Heat is carried by water. It exists in 3 different states. That is solid form, liquid form, and gaseous form. Water can flow. It carries through pipe and generating electricity. Third point, water carries heat. Example, for cooking food and sterilization purpose. What has no shape. Fourth point, what has no shape. It can be collected in a vessel of different shape. I will show you the video. Just listen carefully.
Sorting materials on the basis of solubility. In this module, you will learn to sort out the substances on the basis of their solubility in water. You might have noticed that all the substances do not dissolve in water. Required items. For this activity, we need sugar, salt, chalk powder, sand, sawdust, water and 5 beakers. Take 5 beakers. Label the beakers as A, B, C, D and E. Fill each beaker about 2/3 with water. Add a spoonful of sugar to the beaker A and salt to the beaker B. Similarly, add small amounts of the chalk powder, sand and sawdust into the other beakers C, D and E respectively. Stir the contents of each of them with a spoon. Wait for a few minutes. Observe what happens to the substances added to water. Observations. You can see that salt and sugar dissolves completely in water. Therefore, salt and sugar are soluble in water. The other substances like chalk, sand and sawdust does not mix with water and do not disappear even after you stir the water for a long time. Chalk powder, sand and sawdust are insoluble in water. In this module, you have learnt that sugar and salt are soluble in water. Chalk powder, sand and sawdust are insoluble in water.
Did you saw the video? Okay. Do all substances dissolve in water? No. Some substances are dissolved in water called soluble substances. Some substances are dissolved in water called soluble substances. Some substances are dissolved in water or called soluble substances. And some are not dissolved in water, that is known as insoluble substances. Some are not dissolved in water, that is called insoluble substances. Example for soluble, water soluble substances: salt, sugar, potassium permanganate, copper sulfate, like that. And example for insoluble substances: sand, kerosene, coriander powder, stone, etc. like that. Next is solute, solvent, solution. A substance which dissolves is called solute. A substance which dissolves is called solute. Sugar is solute. Example, sugar. Sugar is solute. That in which solute dissolves is called solvent. Solute dissolves is called solvent. Example, water. For example, in a sugar solution, sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. In a sugar solution, sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Gases also dissolve in water to give solution. Let us open a soda bottle. Don't you see gas bubbles rising up while opening a soda bottle? It is carbon dioxide dissolved in water that comes up in the form of bubbles. Carbon dioxide dissolved in water that come up in the form of bubbles. I will give you some example and find out the solute and solvent. That is your activity. Solution: sugar solution. What is a solute? Sugar is the solute. And what is solvent? Yes, water is the solvent. Then salt solution. Solute? Yes, salt. Salt is the solute and solvent water. Water is solvent. Soda water. Soda water. What is the solute? Yes, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the solute and water is the solvent. Soap solution. Soap is the solute and water is the solvent. Potassium permanganate solution. Potassium permanganate is the solute and water is the solvent. Copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate is the solute and water is the solvent. Very good. Then,
in this activity, we will demonstrate why water is called universal solvent. Water dissolves many substances and hence it is called universal solvent. For this activity, we need 2 cups with water, 2 small glass with oil, salt and baking soda. First we will put half spoon of salt and baking soda in these 2 cups of water. Stir it for some time. We observe that salt and baking soda dissolves in water. Now we will add half spoon of salt and baking soda in these 2 glasses with oil. Stir it for some time. We observe that salt and baking soda doesn't dissolve in oil.
Here, which is the liquid in which most substance dissolves? You got it? Yes, water. Water is the substance which most substance dissolves. Very good. So, what is the solvent? Which dissolves a large number of substances. Hence, what is called universal solvent. Got it? Okay, we have discussed about importance of water and properties of water and solute, solvent and solution. Hope all of you understand this and go through your textbook and follow these classes. Thank you.